Good evening, everybody. How are we? Well, I did specially do them credits there for Martin because I thought he was joining us. Martin, where are you? Where is he? Anyway.
He's not joined in with Gary Lineker's ban, has he? Is it come out in sympathy?
I can't possibly comment on that. So anyway, how do you like the little new intro?
Yeah, it's good apart from one little bit. The bit at the end where you're pressing the buttons and it makes you want to go to the toilet.
What?
It's water. You splash.
That's his age. That's his age.
I thought
you got us all when you get to 60.
John, I thought you've got a colostomy bag anyway.
No, a colostomy bag is not for that, mate. Come on.
Oh, here we go. Hang on. Martin, hello. How are we?
I can't see you. Is that a good thing?
You can't see me? Yeah, that's probably a good thing. Apologies last night, Martin, as well. I was absolutely pissed last night, and I just thought I'd interact on the thing.
What's he done?
No, I was
on the amount of times I get a message on my missed.
So anyway, thanks for joining us, pal. Thanks, Anne-Marie, Riz, and Celebrity John, of course, and everybody who's going to it. Charlie, Michael, and the rest of the guys, Big Morgan.
Can I just say something? Andy?
Go on.
Martin, Riz, put your heating on.
No, my boiler's broke. That's why I've got an hat on. That's why I was late.
Oh, what you need is Aquagas.
Yeah, Aquagas, one of our sponsors. You know, he's not bad to be fair, buddy. Right, so how is everybody? Is everybody okay? I'm just putting my heating on, by the way. I'm all right now. Yeah, so
I don't need my heating. Mine's a fashion thing, John.
Is it?
I'm getting down with the kids.
Right, so let's get straight into it. The match yesterday. I was absolutely delighted with the match yesterday. To be fair, I thought it was a good performance. Although we didn't win 2-0. You know, I can't believe somebody's put that in the credits.
Yeah.
What sort of show is this? Would anybody have noticed that?
I noticed it.
Yeah, you're a woman.
Why didn't you say anything, Anne?
I was just about to.
Okay.
So anyway, chat amongst yourselves about the match yesterday. What was most pleasing for you guys?
The win.
We won.
Yeah, definitely the win, and the fact that Haaland can take a penalty. You know, at the end of the day, if we had Mahrez stepping up there, we'd have worried, wouldn't we? Because anything could have happened.
I thought at one point Gundo was going to take it, and all I was a bit nervous then. But as soon as the Nordic Meat Shield stepped up with the ball, I thought, here we go.
Yeah,
back of the net.
Guarantee it's going to be in.
He's looking good, isn't he, Al?
Unless the keeper makes an amazing save.
What? What?
Where's Andy gone?
What do you mean, where's Andy gone? He's still there.
What's going on here tonight? It's the two people who are cold with hats on what can't see me for some reason.
No, it's not. Listen, we're here on the bottom of the screen there. That's eye candy, that. Definitely.
Who, Anne-Marie?
Anne-Marie?
Yeah. Phil and Grant Mitchell there on the bottom with their hats on. Looking sexy as.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we've got 20 viewers now.
Got 20, have we?
Yeah, we have.
Right, so we'll start.
One of them's my missus and the other's my mum.
Riz, did Edison actually touch the ball yesterday?
Yeah, some great clearances, to be honest. Some and they didn't go into touch like last week. Yeah, no, he knocked it around the back, and it was a great performance. I mean, I was expecting what we got, to be honest. They were going to stick all the players behind the ball, try and catch us on the break with Zaha, and it didn't happen, did it? Really?
No. What was most pleasing for you, Martin? Big Morgan there. He's following you about. He's like
No.
a stalker, isn't he, mate?
I'm not pleased at all. I want to know why we're not 5-0 up. Haaland didn't bag an hat-trick and we didn't play sexy football.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
I'm just following the narrative.
It beggars belief, pal, doesn't it?
I actually said what happened to the fast-flowing football. Because
but how can you play fast-flowing football when the opposition have come to play a game of brick wall? Because that's all they're doing.
But fast-flowing football actually breaks it down because it basically, if they can pass it quick enough, then they'll get through. Simple as. It used to happen years ago.
Yeah,
I know
we haven't got
years ago.
Yeah, we have 2 quick wingers, and we don't do that now, though, do we?
No, we don't do it. And we had David Silver as well.
And Marie, what was most pleasing for you? Because for me, it's the business end of the season, and a win is a win.
Absolutely. The 3 points is the most important thing at this stage in the season. I think it looks like we've got a bit of momentum at the minute that we will kind of keep going, grind out results if we have to. I think, we need to look, and I think Aki, again, Rodri and Grealish, all good games. Foden was a bit disappointing yesterday, but, we can live with that. Gundogan. So I think, for me, the performance wasn't necessarily important, but I agree with Martin. We should be, with the way we're playing at times, we should be more than scraping a 1-0 win.
Martin was being facetious, by the way.
Yeah, but we should be. If you look at the chances we're creating, we should be more than wait until the 80th minute to score a goal.
Go on, Martin. I'll let you know. Go on.
No, I get what fans want, and I get what people saying about the quick, fast football, but we've got to for me, we're integrating this new system. We've got the perfect front three. If Foden had been on form yesterday, because that for me is the best front three we've got: Foden, Haaland, Grealish. It's everything Pep Guardiola wants: control, chaos, goals. The 3 of them give you that. You know, Andy, what I've been like for 2 days on this, because it's been. I feel like I've been defending Grealish to the hilt for the last 24 hours, because I'm struggling to put it into words, if I'm really honest.
Do you want me to put it into words for you? Because I'm feeling exactly the same. What are people being negative about Grealish for? I could not sort of understand it early season when, in my opinion, he was playing to Pep's instructions. But now him and Aki are carrying us through games. Grealish at the moment is undroppable. He really, really is. And I don't get all the hoo-ha. Maybe it's
Andy Martin, where have you seen all this negativity? I've not seen it. I've seen is positivity.
I haven't either.
Hey,
I'm not seeing anybody getting at Grealish whatsoever.
Andy knows where. It's not everyone. It's just 1 or 2, and obviously the idiots on Twitter.
Did Andy fall off his chair then?
No, the hydraulics went, mate.
All right, too much. Didn't we wait on it, mate?
The thing with Grealish at the minute is the goals thing. It's the goals and the assists. And it's like I showed yesterday to everyone. I got a stat up because I was like, right, I'm going to properly look into this. And Grealish is our actual second highest assister in the whole team, joint second. Yeah, he doesn't add goals. I understand that. But the trouble is, as I keep saying to everyone, when you've got a striker who's getting 30, 40 goals a season, well, you're not going to get your wide man scoring 10 or 15 goals because you've got the guy scoring nearly 40 goals next to him up top.
Mm.
People are still living in the false 9 era, where we share the goals around and everyone's moving about, and we're not now. We're into a very direct number 9.
Well, this will be the first season that we might actually win the Golden Boot for a long time.
Yeah. Listen, I understand the frustration. I get it. It may not be the perfect style of football for everyone. But people, sadly, and I don't always agree with it myself, but the days of Sane and Sterling and David Silva, they're over. They're finished. We're not going to go back to them days. It's now all about control with this 3-2-2-3. And the simple fact is, as I keep saying to him, this is what he had at Barcelona. Now, at Barcelona, he had Henry as his directness, his pace to go. Now, can he get that out of Foden? That's up to Pep to try and get that out of him now on a consistent basis, week in, week out. But if you look at all the transfers we've been linked with, they're all midfielders. It's not people saying we need a left back. Well, we don't, because we've got Ake and we play 3 at the back now.
Martin, we've been linked with a few wingers today, mate, including Leroy Sané.
Sané's going to come back.
No, Sané's not going to come back.
Who's doing the linking though, Andy? Is it Sam Lee or something like that, is it?
No, it's the trusting source of the Manchester Evening News.
Oh, well. They're
Oh,
already signed, aren't they? It's a done deal then, isn't it?
But I think Martin's got it there because it's all about ball retention. And Grealish was doing that from the start of the season. It's just because he's being played slightly different now, Riz, where everyone's thinking, actually, you know something, he's playing really, really well. He wasn't playing bad in the first part of the season, was he?
Well, no, but what's happened now is he's got into the side. He's part of the setup, and you can see that. You can see that in his body language and how he interacts with the players. I think, as I said, one of us said this on the podcast, at the beginning of the season, that Grealish is one of them players that he's come from a massive, he's come from being the Mr. Aston Villa, if you like, to coming into City, and I don't think he thought himself that he was good enough to be at City with a price tag and all the rest of it, and it's took him time to settle into it.
He pretty much had made that result, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he's believing in himself now.
Yeah.
Now he's believing in himself. He's doing what he was doing for Villa, and that's why we paid the money for him, because that's what you're going to get from him. And if we can get, the players on the other side of the pitch creating chaos, then, we start learning. We're starting to learn to play with Haaland already. It's starting. You can see it. It's starting to happen. But, the majority of people I see moaning about it are these ones who come from sort of, Eastern Africa and places like that. And, they don't actually, the match-going fans get what's going on, and we can see what they're trying to do. And, we've been around long enough to understand what's going on. It's people who all they want to do is see Mahrez score every week because the fans of Mahrez. If Mahrez moves to another club, they'll go and support wherever Mahrez goes. Yeah, and we've got that with Haaland. We see it. We see it at the ground every week. I mean, I went to where was it? We went to the other week, Leipzig. Yep. I was talking to 2 or 3. There was a family of fans out there, City fans, and they purely come to see Haaland.
Yeah,
that's all they've done. They come to see Haaland. They weren't even City fans. They just come to see Haaland.
Yeah, people support.
That's what we've got now.
Players, don't you, rather than teams? Exactly what you're saying, pal. Yeah, I totally agree.
And they're the ones who want to see 5 or 6 goals every week. Where we're quite happy. All right, yeah, it'd be great to be winning 5 or 6-0 every week, but it's not happening. No, the whole season's a bit of an odd one, to be honest. And we're in there, we're in the mix, and for God's sake, we're second in the league to a team that's playing great football and getting the rub of the green. So, we're hanging on in there, aren't we? And we're still there right to the end of the season. And they only have to slip up, they only have to drop a couple of points, and we're bang on it again.
Yeah, Anne-Marie, that from Tristan there, I think that is absolutely bang on the money.
Yeah.
Tristan says, good win in the end. Last year it would have been a draw. Haaland doing what he was brought in for scoring goals and crucial goals in tight games. Absolutely bang on, mate. And I tweeted something pretty much the same yesterday, because whether it's the league, a cup, or the Champions League, that is exactly what it's been brought in for. So them 3 points.
Andy, that game would have been a draw if we hadn't paid the ref.
We're not Barcelona.
I do believe that it would have been a draw yesterday. And what was in the back of my mind, though, was Palace had not had a shot on target for 2 previous games. And yesterday would have been the 3rd game, which is a Premier League record or something like that. So a City last season or something like that, we'd have conceded pretty much like we did against Forest early on in the season. Yeah. But I think, Anne-Marie, the mentality's everyone since all that came out about the Premier League, everybody, the club and fans have gone like that, and I think that's showing now. I think it's evident.
I think I would completely agree. I think, like I said earlier, I think we've got the momentum now, and if we can keep going, I've still got no worries that we'll catch Arsenal. But, bearing in mind we've still got to play them at the Etihad, and I just think we will do it. And we're back to the fight till the end mentality, and that's it's good to see.
Anne-Marie, I've just wrote that down. Sunday the 12th of March 2023, 19 minutes past 8. Anne-Marie agreed with me. Sorry, completely agreed with me. Wowzers.
It's not that often we disagree. There's only one thing we completely disagree on.
No, we know what that is.
No, we don't need to get into that, Anne.
No.
Yeah. So what did you reckon of Palace yesterday? Because they didn't just roll over for us, did they?
Well, yeah, every time we touched them, they fell over.
I'd like to see Palace in a relegation battle, because it's just anti-football. The teams like that, they need to go, don't they? They hang around like a bad smell every season. They need to go, don't they?
Yeah. Celebrity John, let me ask you a question here, mate.
Go on.
I've seen today, and personally, I don't agree with it, people slagging Fulham off, all they rolled over. Hang on. It's down to us. We've not played brilliant all season. In my opinion, Arsenal have been the best team all season so far. So the negativity and people slaughtering Fulham, is it not just masking over our inability to have won matches where we should, win matches where we've drawn or even lost?
It's not just that, Andy. The thing is, when they come against like Arsenal, teams are going like Arsenal because they're not used to the way they're playing and how good they are at the moment. When they come up against City, all they do, sit behind the ball and try and hit us on the counter. That's every team that does that. When we actually scored yesterday against Palace, and we got the penalty, once they came out and actually had a go at us, they looked the better. They look a good team. So why didn't they do that from the beginning? You know what I mean? At least have a go.
It's not other teams.
Though, aren't they?
But they were happy with the point, weren't they? They were happy to keep it a flat back 9, get the point. But once they went 1-0 down, they've got to come out at that point. They can't sit back.
Yeah, and they had a few chances. Yeah. You know what I mean? So why not? We see ugly. People say, yeah,
well, I don't actually think they had a shot on target, did they?
No, they didn't. But, end of the day, they did actually come out and actually have a go then, because they've got to do. But,
yeah.
The teams are not doing that against Arsenal yet.
But
the problem we've got is... Listen, the problem we've got is we're like Manchester United years ago. Every time you go to their ground, it's an FA Cup final for the team, and that's great for us. That's a big compliment to City. You look how many times teams come to us and have a worldie, and then get hammered the week after. Like United did against Liverpool. You know, look at that. Liverpool absolutely destroyed United the week before, and then this week they get beat. How many teams do that against us? And unfortunately, when you're at the top of the tree, everybody's trying to knock the apples out of it. And you know, it's their FA Cup final every week. Every opposition we play against, it's their big game of the season.
Yeah, I think the frustration comes because Fulham were up there having an absolute tremendous season, and everyone looked at this as a difficult game for Arsenal.
Yeah,
and the from what I was listening to, the stadium was quiet. There was just nothing about Fulham today, and I think that's what upset some people. Where's that Fulham been all season? They've not done that all season.
Yeah.
Arsenal walk into town and they just down tools straight away.
Yeah, it's not the same one team that played us.
Because Fulham were like 8th, 7th, 8th before the game. Mm-hmm. And you're thinking, what a season. You're looking at Marco Silva as manager of the season all up there. And then Arsenal roll into town and they just down tools. Because I'll tell you, like Rich said, they won't do that when we go there. They ain't going to down tools like that when we turn up.
But that's good though, because it's down to us, isn't it? Yeah, I don't see the point in blaming the opposition teams.
No,
you know, when they play an Arsenal or something like that. It's just, for me, it's a little bit slapped arse-ish, you know, because Fulham, you know, was seemed to have rolled over today. Well, do you know something? Let's take into consideration, Riz. You know, Arsenal are a good team, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They to anyone.
They're being consistent, and that's what you need. You know, everybody keeps saying like, oh, you know, they're going to have a blip and blah blah blah. We assume every year that a team has a bit of a blip, and they've not had one yet. You know, these games where they would normally have lost, and we've been there. These games where we should have lost last season, this season. But because we've got that mentality that we've dug something out, and that's what Arsenal are only doing the same as what we've done, you know, for seasons, and they've got that sort of air of invincibility about them. I mean, that's what you've got when you're top of the table, and you know we have to deal with that. You know, we've had it every season recently with Liverpool. You know, so it's only the same. We've been there, and you know we have to win all our matches now. And hope that they slip up.
John,
if they do. If they don't, they don't.
Sorry, John, would you agree with Super City there? Because I do. I think maybe not boring, but you know, I think this season has been more evident where we've been predictable. Yeah, possibly boring. I know that's mainly because you know teams are setting up shop with like 9 and 10 at the back. But me and my lad was watching it here yesterday. And as we was watching it, we knew which way we was going to go, who we was going to pass to.
It's not boring, it's predictable. And we are very predictable because people know exactly what we're going to do next. And that's where we need to start changing it up slightly. And sometimes doing a long ball from Edison works, you know what I mean? We just need to bypass that midfield sometimes. And what really winds me up at times is that when we've just had an attack off the opposition team, which is very rarely, that we actually get the ball, but then we don't make the most of it. We just seem to pass it, and they all get back into shape then. Instead of actually, you know, going at them, we just seem to do it really slowly. And,
why is
you know,
that? What's changed?
What's changed?
The pace.
Yeah, the pace of the game, totally. It's totally a lot slower than it normally is.
We've got a proper target man. We've got a number 9, and the whole setup of the team's changed. We've changed the personnel as well. You know, so it's not going to just happen overnight. Years ago, when City bought a player, you put him in. One player could make a difference to the team. The setup and the way the club runs now on the pitch and off it. It's all one big plan, if you like. So you change one player in the setup, it completely changes the whole format of the team. You know, you can't just, you know, bring a player in and let him run down the wing and cross balls over. That's not how we play anymore. It's more sophisticated. It's the most technical football I have ever seen any team playing live. You watch it and it is mesmerising sometimes because there is a plan. You can see.
You just shut him off, Andy. What?
I think you might. I think that bullshit filter's kicking in, mate. It works on here.
I think it is. I think it was delayed reaction when I mentioned Gary Lineker at the beginning. I think BBC tried to take us off for some reason.
Can I jump in on this boring thing? Because
of course you can, mate. That's why you're here.
It annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Come on.
Who are the top goal scorers in this country?
Yeah, City.
We've scored more goals this time now than what we did last season at this time now. How are we boring?
Exactly.
So have I lost? Have I gone to another planet? Have I gone some? What's the idea of football to score goals? We're scoring more than ever before. And
we're not scoring 10. We're not scoring 11.
Well, because we ain't got Sané or Sterling. Let's get this straight. Everyone wanted Sterling. 99% of City fans were on Sterling's back and was driving him to wherever he was going in the summertime. Sané, Pep Guardiola rollicked him 99% of the time. You know, I go back to the Leicester City game. He came on as a sub, stood there with his hands on his hips. Is that what you want back? Is this what we want back now?
What was he doing? The time warp?
I don't know, but all I hear is Gabriel Jesus, this, that, and the other, Zinchenko. They were being slagged off right and centre when they were here last year.
They're looking at Arsenal and seeing fast-flowing football. But like I say, that's because teams are not setting up to park the bus against them. They're giving them space to play.
Yeah, the Premier League's it's probably better than it's ever been before right now. Everyone's got money. You've got 7, 8, 9 top teams that are all going to be taking points off each other. You know, I think we just need to put in a little bit of perspective about this. And I don't think Super City means the word boring. I think it's more like you said, John. I think it's more practical. I don't think it means the word boring. I think you're falling asleep watching Manchester City. But it's a means to an end. We don't have fast, quick, pacey wingers. We've got rid of nearly every single pacey fullback out the club now.
Mm-hmm.
You look at what's happened. It's an evolution. Kyle Walker sat on the bench. That's why he's doing silly stuff. Cancelo out the club. Why? Because he wasn't getting in. Sané went. Palmer doesn't get in the team. I can go. The amount of fast players that have disappeared. Why? Because, like he said, if you all just start going, well, if you don't score in that moment, then we're all out of position and they're just going to break on us, aka Newcastle United away.
Yeah,
when we all went bomb, and ASM just came right back at us and went, see ya.
It's disciplined football, isn't it? That's what it's about. We don't just send them out and go, right, lads, get on with it. We've got set pieces, and I don't just mean free kicks and corners. We've got set pieces where the players are in certain positions when certain attacks take on. You know, you can see it. You can see them sort of like they kind of move out of shape and move into a position when somebody gets a ball in a certain area on the pitch. They set plays, if you like American football. And it's so complex unless the players are intelligent enough and skillful enough to do it, they ain't getting in that team anymore. It doesn't matter whether you're fast or you're really skillful. You've got to be able to take instruction and stick to it. And then, it's a different football that any of us have been used to. And I don't mean just City. I mean the Premier League. Any of us.
And it's no coincidence that all of the teams, including Championship team, try to emulate what we do now by playing out from the back and stuff like that. That never happened before Pep came across these shores, did it?
No.
Well, Pep, Arsenal
plays inverted fullback for Arsenal, doesn't he?
Yeah. Arsenal are doing what we were doing last season, and that's purely come from, Arteta being Pep's number two. That's where it's come from. It's simple. they're emulating what we did last season. But teams aren't used to the way Arsenal set up, so they're not like used to how we set up. So they don't park the bus with them. Like John said earlier, we're playing against teams here that, when they come and play us, they just sit 9 behind and try and catch us on the break. That's all the opposition do. Because if they come out and play football against us,
even little teams like United do it.
Yeah, exactly. The lower mid-table teams are doing it. So, they know they can. They don't want to get hammered from us, so they stick 9 behind the ball to damage limitation. And if they're lucky, and we have a bad day, they can get us on the break, and they might beat us or get a point out of it.
But Anne-Marie, and not a team's not doing that to Arsenal, though. In general,
I don't think they are. And just for the record, Martin, this podcast never slagged off Zinchenko or Jesus.
Oh no, I'm not saying anyone here did.
No. But just for the record, we were big fans of both of them.
No, I was. No, I was only saying it because I see it because there's some people on mine who come out and said we need Sterling back, and I'm like,
yeah.
Sterling was getting the rough end of the stick last year, and everyone was like, drive him to wherever. And then it's no want him back. It's just, it's amazing. Do you know, I just think, like I said yesterday, it's people aren't used to it. And it's like human beings. When something new appears, we don't like change. Mm-hmm. It's human nature, we don't like change. And this is a big
social media for you, isn't it? It's social media for you. Yeah. Years ago, these things that won't be brought up, you'd be chatting about them in pubs, like we're doing now. So this gets discussed, but once it's left that pub, that's it. But now you've got like millions and millions of people listening, whatever you put on there. So they could be, everybody in the Etihad, 55,000 people could agree with what we're saying, but there's 3 million on Twitter that follow City that, they just follow a certain player on the pitch. So they don't agree with us because it's not, and they make the noise. They, I see some subscribers on Twitter, they come out with absolute nonsense and they've got 40, 50,000 followers and they talk absolute nonsense. You think you've got to have bought them. You've not gained 50,000 followers. You've bought them. So that's what you're up against when we talk about stuff. We're not used to social media in football. It's a new concept, and it's very difficult as an old school match going fan to comprehend it sometimes.
There's a lot of truth in that, mate. So, see, I've got another spin on the Arsenal thing, and that's why I deliberately asked that to Anne-Marie. I think, of course, teams are trying to put men behind the ball against Arsenal, because if not, they'd be on the end of drubbins like teams used to be on the end of drubbins against us when they didn't park the bus. So are we just being a little bit disrespectful, if you like, against Arsenal? Because
I think there's only a couple of teams that have done it this season. And Bournemouth's one of them, and they ended up 2-0 up against them. So, the thing is, ugly football does win at times. And Arsenal will just have to try and deal with that. Mm-hmm. And as next season comes, if Arsenal do win the league, then they'll see a totally different side of the league next year when they're champions, if they become champions. Because as just happens, it's everybody's cup final every week.
See what a link that is there, John, at the bottom. Do you think we'll win the league this season?
Me? I think so. I think I said it all season, and it goes to show that we're playing not fantastic at the moment, and we're still winning.
We're running out of games, though, aren't we?
It's a bit predictable and things like that, and it's like the only thing that might actually stop us winning the league, apart from Arsenal, obviously, is the FA. The referees, if things don't go for us the way they should do. Because I still can't get over that Rashford goal.
I thought you meant the FA Cup.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's
No, the only reason I say that is because I looked at it today. I didn't realise this. If Arsenal results go their way, we could end up 10, 11 points behind Arsenal. We'll have the games in hand because we're still in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
We could end up 10, 11 points. Now, whether that becomes a psychological thing then, I know we've done it before, but it's like a lot of fans are sat there putting the money on this City Arsenal game at home. But it's like an Arsenal fan said to me today, we win our games while you're messing around in the FA Cup, it might be all irrelevant when we come to the Etihad. We might be able to just get beat and carry on. Because, you'll have the games in hand, but the pressure's then back to you.
I'd much rather have the points on the board.
Yeah, I think that's what the Arsenal fans are more saying is we can build our lead here and the pressure's right back to you.
Yeah, I think we're able to handle the pressure though.
Yeah, no, we are. It's true. Because they have still got to go to Anfield, Newcastle, Chelsea, somewhere. Yeah, they've got some big games coming up.
Yeah, they have.
See, we've got the Champions League as well to throw in that mix as well, and it seems to be that Pep wants to win that this year, doesn't he? So, is that going to be a stumbling block for us? Is it going to be? Are we fighting on too many fronts again?
No, I'd say no. How can you fight on too many fronts?
Well, it's easy, Andy.
We've got that quality.
Yeah, but have we got the squad? Have we got that squad though that everybody keeps talking about?
It's better than anybody. It's better than anybody else's squad in the Premier League.
Yeah, it is. It is. But when you're fighting on all them fronts, you've got to prioritise something, surely, because if you want to win the Premier League, you've got it on your mind all the time. There's a reason. There's a reason not many clubs win the quadruple and the treble and stuff, because it's very, very difficult to do to keep fighting on all them fronts. We haven't had the Carabao Cup this year, which has been a bit of a bonus, I think, for us. Really saved me a fortune anyway. So
we might have 2 trips to Wembley coming up yet, mate.
No, but that's do we do what we did last season? Walk into an FA Cup semi-final. We beat Leipzig. We beat Burnley. We're right back to where we were last season. So we hit an FA Cup semi-final at Wembley when probably you've got a quarter-final of the Champions League or a semi-final of the Champions League coming up behind you. Well, do we stick out a reserve team again at Wembley? Because this is my whole point of the FA Cup. I want to win the FA Cup more than probably the Champions League. Personally, I want to win the league in the FA Cup. Mm-hmm. To me, the Champions League is first choice. But it isn't to the club and it isn't to Pep and the players. So what I don't, it's a catch-22. It annoys me. We'll beat Arsenal. We'll beat Chelsea. We'll stick out our first 11, in all these cups. And then we get to the semi and we just reserve team out.
Yeah, we could end up with absolutely nothing. Not that we've got a divine right to win anything, but I agree, Martin, because I think it's dangerous when you put all your eggs in one basket. When you say Pep just wants a Champions League, it doesn't work like that. In the Champions League and cup competitions, there's a lot of luck involved. Whereas the Premier League, the one who normally wins the Premier League is the most consistent.
We might end up with Grimsby in the semi-final at Wembley if we beat Burnley. So, then you're all right. No disrespect to Grimsby, but then again, you might end up with United. If we beat Burnley, that is, no respect to Burnley, we've got to beat Burnley. Imagine we get Manchester United as a semi-final.
But weren't we all overconfident when we played Wigan in the final? Football don't work that way, mate.
No, I know it's not. And you'll probably say somebody's going to come and turn us over next week, but...
I'll tell you what, it's going to be a tough game, isn't it? I think it'll be a tough game.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Nothing's a given these days, is it?
It all depends, because Burnley have been playing basically the same as we have this season. And so that means Burnley should, by rights, come and actually have a go at us. They should, because they probably won't know how to park the bus.
They will. Company would not come to park the bus. There's no chance. Do you know why?
Well,
Do you know why?
It should be a good game then.
He's not a bus driver.
Oh, he can. He's got his HGV.
No, he won't. There's no way. Company. He's not built on parking the bus. You know, he will come. He will want to beat us there as much as we want to beat him. You know, that's not. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Andy, but have Burnley got the quality to go and play head-to-head football with us? You've also he's not a stupid man either. Is he going to be like, I'll play Pep at his own game here? Yes, it'd be great to watch. I don't think Company's that silly. I think Company would do a bit more defensive as well. I hope he does.
Well,
they have been playing brilliant this season.
But they've got a few of our players, haven't they, that won't be able to play?
Or can they? I think that's down to City to. That's an agreement between City and Burnley. They may possibly be able to play against us.
Yeah, I don't know about that, to be honest. I'm not sure. I would like to comment. I'd have to check on the contracts.
ask in the comments, see if anybody knows.
Yeah, anybody out, who's joined us, do they know whether, the likes of Taylor Ellis is allowed to play against us and, the other players? I don't know. I think it's an agreement between the clubs and, we're not privy to that, obviously.
I thought it was standard that you couldn't play against your parent club.
Well, there was a case, I think this season, where a player who was out on loan actually played against his parent club. I can't remember. If anybody knows, just drop that in the comments, because it'll do me head in that now.
You're allowed it in the Champions League, apparently.
Adam Quinn's my kind of man. There. He's on about winning the league by 5 points. I think that's fantastic as well.
Riz, sort your sound out.
Why, what's up?
You're all right now. It's when you start going like Orville.
Oh, I don't know. I was just saying. It might be my battery running low again. Oh, it is. It's going again. Hang on. Change my earpiece. Hang on a minute.
Your earpiece?
Hearing aid. Hang on a minute.
You what piece? You what piece?
The cod piece.
Oh, how'd you delete a thought? Oh,
there you go. Can you hear me now?
No.
Yep, can hear you now.
Good. I'll put a new battery in.
I think the Burnley boys will be really up for this, and that they will come to play football.
I hope they do.
I
think it'll be a great game if they do that.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great game.
But I don't think they'll win doing that game.
No.
But
It all depends if
right.
we have an off day. We could have an off day. You never know.
I'm with Tristan there. I'd rather play our strongest team every game and make changes once a game is won. I'm a believer in that. I really, really am. Always play your strongest, and if you're winning comfortably and stuff like that, that's when you rest players. Spot on, Tristan.
Yeah, but then you've got your argument, if you're playing a team that's like, it's different at the moment because we need to win every game. It's not like we're playing mid-table and blah, blah, blah. We need to win every game. We're in cup competitions and we're in a fight to the death, if you like, with Arsenal. So, you've got to win every game. So it changes a little bit. But sometimes when you're in the early stages of the cup competition, you do have to think about resting players. You don't want to be getting an injury in a cup during, the early stages of the season, getting an injury to, say, Haaland in a cup game, and then he's out for 5 months. Later stages, I don't think it matters. I think now we're at the business end of the season. You put your players are obviously match fit and toughened up for the games, but you've got to win everything now. So it works now. You've got to win everything and put your strongest team out, or the team that you think can beat the opposition, which might not be what we think is the strongest team. But tactical reasons, it might be Pep's strongest team.
Super City. It won't be the next day, mate. I'll do it on the way home from the ground.
No, you won't, Andy. Andy, you'll have to get past me first because that statue stays up for that goal he scored.
Yeah.
No, I want it in my back garden or at my garage. That'll look lovely, that in my compound in the garage.
Yeah.
So, if you're pulling it down, Andy, drop it off in Chadderton on your way.
Yeah. So Charlie has come back. No, they'll be cup tied. Yeah, fair enough. Like John said, it may just be in the Champions League, but I'm sure somebody did play against the parent club in the Champions League or something.
I think it all depends what the actual parent clubs decide on, whether it's in the contract, whether they can do it or not. You know what I mean?
Isn't that what I said?
Yeah, I don't think it's an actually set rule, is there? I don't think it's an actually set in stone rule. I think it's down, like you said, it's down to the clubs to work out that between themselves, that's how it should be, isn't it?
Yeah, there's one. What Stu's come back with, which just backs up what we said there. Cancelo is allowed to play against us, but UEFA have different rules to the FA. Yeah, I knew there was something like that. Yeah, cheers, Stu.
That's if Cancelo can get his ass off the bench, isn't it?
Oh, he scored.
It's working out. It's working out well for him, isn't it? Oh, has he?
He assisted as well yesterday or whenever did as well, didn't he?
Well, the goal he scored was a Sane assist.
But I hope he does well for him, so they do buy him. If I'm honest,
yeah.
Because I think his ship has sailed with us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's something wrong in his makeup, I think, isn't there? I don't mean that kind of makeup, Andy. What you are wearing. I mean, the psychological makeup.
Yeah. So Charlie says their thoughts on the Leipzig game on Tuesday. I think
that's not going to be an easy game.
I was just going to say that everyone's taking it for granted that we'll roll them over. Football doesn't work like that. But what would have been more comfortable if that blatant handball would have been given as a penalty in the dying seconds in the away game?
Yeah, definitely.
Anne-Marie?
Yeah,
it's done.
I would agree. I don't think by any means it's going to be a walk in the park on Tuesday. I think we'll have to, again, grind out the result, but we should have enough quality to beat them. Yeah,
I agree. I think we've got to go at them early doors because I think it's going to be one of them. The longer the game goes on without us scoring, I think even the crowd will start getting a little bit edgy.
You know, the one thing I'm mainly dreading, and
not getting
Paul with me on this one. No, is their drum.
Oh.
The drum. You know they'll be allowed one in.
Yeah, they'll have a drum, won't they?
Yeah.
If you see,
I'd rather a drum than a light show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd like to have both, mate. I'd like to have a light show.
Innit?
I'd like to have a light show, but that's the drum being burnt. That'll do me.
Cheers, Scrubber. A player on a temporary loan transfer is ineligible to compete in the Challenge Cup competition unless permission to do so is given by the lending club in writing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
to be honest, there was a thing today. They want to offer Harwood Bellis a new contract, don't they? So that might be a way of helping him. If City Pep might go, let him play.
They might give him that new contract before weekend and put he's not allowed to play against us. Yeah, I just think the Leipzig game is going to be, I think, pretty much like the Palace match. You know, it'll be. I think they'll come open to catch us on the break.
Yeah.
Don't alter.
Nkunku's injured again, isn't he?
Who?
Is he?
Nkunku.
Yeah. The Leipzig player.
The lad up front.
He's been out for about 4 months, comes back for 2 games, he's back out injured again.
Yep.
So that's all great for Chelsea, isn't it? Spending how much on him.
Yeah, so you can see us progressing. Are we all confident? let's keep it level without a blue tinted glasses. Are we all confident we'll go through?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm confident we should go through.
We'll concede, but we'll go through.
And who do we want next?
Yeah.
I know who I want next.
Real Madrid.
Somewhere the sun's shining.
Benfica. I want to go to Portugal.
This can't get arrested.
Yeah, somewhere where they don't have extradition treaties.
Yeah, I fancy going a trip to Portugal next.
Yeah, the sun's out, isn't it?
It is.
Well,
It's a bit of sunshine.
I don't think we'll be going to Anfield anyway.
I wouldn't mind Milan.
Yeah, Milan would be good.
My
Yeah, never
missus
been.
in Milan. Cost me a fortune. We can go shopping and I'll go to the game.
Are Inter still in it yet? Or are they out?
Well,
Martin,
no, they're playing Bayern, aren't they? Bayern
Martin, you should have took her to Palace away yesterday. She could have gone shopping then. There's a Sainsbury's at the end of the stadium.
Before. She's never going back there ever again. She said it'd have been shorter travelling to France than what it would have been Sellers Park.
Yeah.
And you get a better view on a boat.
So, Charlie, come right. We can't play our strongest team every game. That's the problem. We have to rotate the squad. Is that tongue in cheek? You're saying that because I get what you're saying, but I do believe we should. Listen, I think every one of us here and everybody who's listening, watching, and stuff like that, we could put our strongest team down, and I don't think we'd be a million miles off, would we?
But I don't think we're playing our strongest team.
I don't. I think that's the one of the main problems.
Like Kanja, but we kind of know Laporte's not.
I'll tell you what will happen on Tuesday. I'll tell you, Foden won't.
It looked like he took off.
I guarantee. Close your ears, Anne Marie.
Oh, sorry.
Close your ears.
He landed.
I fell over.
I guarantee on Tuesday that Mahrez will start and Foden will be on the bench.
Yeah, Mahrez will start. Mm-hmm. I think he will.
Sorry, Anne Marie.
It's all right. I'll get subbed on 60 minutes after doing nothing.
The Champions League, he'll score. He turns up on Champions
League. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he does.
He's great in the Champions League.
But, and that's the whole point. There's an argument there where he deserves to start on Tuesday because Foden wasn't the greatest yesterday. So you can understand if a player's not playing well, a player coming in. But Pep has an habit of resting.
What about Alvarez? What about Alvarez?
To be honest, I thought Alvarez changed the game for us yesterday when he come on.
Yeah, he played well, didn't he? And he should have scored.
Is it fair on Foden, though? And what I mean by that is, he said like last time, the confidence took a hit. I was mentally done when I got my foot injury. Would it be the right thing to rest him? And I won't say rest. We'll use the proper term, drops, because they're not rested. I know everyone likes to use
the drops.
The nice way of saying rested. They're not the drops. But Foden's been magnificent for 3 or 4 games, and then he has a bad 50 minutes and bang, he's right back out the team again. Does that not send the wrong message a little bit?
Well, let me start off. Riz is gone. Let me start off then. So,
he must have gone flat.
So Martin, on that premise, should we play a player who's not potentially banging form on his last performance with a chance he won't play well and it could be to the detriment of winning the match on Tuesday?
If it was not Foden, I'd agree. But Foden's already come out and said he struggled mentally last time.
No, I agree. I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here.
No, I know you are. I'm just, if it wasn't Foden and he hadn't already come out with that comment, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough, be ruthless. But I'm just not. See, because I do think Mahrez will play.
He will do.
I think it'll be Mahrez, Haaland, Grealish.
I think we're all taking it for granted that Grealish will start. Maybe Pep.
He's got to.
For me, he's undroppable at the moment. Grealish and Ake and Marie. We've spoke about that, the way they link up on the left, haven't we? You know, Grealish and Ake. I thought Ake was brilliant again yesterday, but Grealish was brilliant yesterday. So that goes to my point where you play your best. So Pep seems to be playing his best, his strongest, I should say, players, some of his players, but then he has a habit of resting them, dropping them, or whatever you want to call it. And even Stonesy, will Stonesy play on Tuesday?
I think he does.
For me,
he might play it right back.
Yeah.
I think he might go with kind of the same team that played against Palace. I don't think Walker will start. I think Walker's in bad books at the moment. But say again.
Kevin start.
Yeah, I think De Bruyne will start because he's had a nice little rest now, hasn't he? Because when he came on against Palace, he looked back to his old self again. But the last game before that, he looked shattered.
It's crazy where we're trying to second guess Pep, because I don't even think Pep knows, in all honesty, does he? You know, and we're just...
Look, that Champions League final said it all for me. You can never guess Pep.
Let it go.
Never forget this.
No, I can't let it go. I can't let it go.
No, you can't let that one go because it was just an absolute joke.
He has got the point, Ander. You rotate your CDMs for the last 5 or 10 games and then don't play any of them. Like what?
And played the least informed player in the team in Sterling.
Yeah. Don't play Sterling for 20 games. Let's bring you in for the most important one.
I know.
In your role.
See, we should have won. We should have won the Champions League already. We wouldn't be having all these conversations, would we?
It's your favourite word, that, isn't it, John?
I'd rather chuck it in the bin if you want me to be totally honest with you, but that's mine.
No, I just want to win it once to stop all these teams singing that song when they come to the Etihad.
No, but
they'll never stop. They'll just start singing "You've only won it once."
Yeah, but Villa only won it once.
I'm with Martin. People of opposition fans who ask me about the Champions League, I'm always like, I asked about the Champions League. Yeah, you are. It's just because you never won it. No, I'm genuinely not asked about the Champions League. Give me the Premier League every single year. I'll be a happy as pig in shit. The Champions League, not asked, mate. That's why, and this might come as a surprise to people watching and stuff, I've only ever been to one Champions League match, and that was when we played Barcelona at the Etihad, and that was because I wanted to see Messi play live. And then he got Zaba sent off, I think, as well, and they won 1-0. So that did me. That was my one match. And I won't
not going on Tuesday then?
No.
No, he's not.
No. Why? Go on, Martin. Come on.
Fair weather supporter.
It's not fair weather supporter.
I hate the competition. Still going.
My battery went flat.
You got a jump start, mate.
Yeah, I've got a jump start now. Yeah, the RAC have come out. We're sorted. Sorry about that.
The feng shui is all wrong now. We've got the Mitchell brothers changed over.
It's like having Ant and Dex stood on the wrong side of each other, isn't it?
Yeah. At least we've still got Peggy Mitchell with us, though, haven't we, Anne-Marie?
Anyway, can we go back to Andy being Can we go back to Andy being a fake fan? Come on, Andy, right? Why are you not going on Tuesday?
Anyway, thanks for joining us, Martin.
What have I missed here? Now,
where's Martin gone?
Oh, he swapped him back now. He's fine.
Yeah, that's why he did it. He's just texted me going, say something, I'll take you out and I'll put you back in to get.
No, listen, I just don't. It's my preference not to go to the Champions League.
No, I'm only. You know what? I'm joking, Andy, because you know what? When I go on Tuesday, where I sit in my seat, nobody's there. You never see them people again on a league game. Yeah. It is all totally. It's a different crowd on Champions League night.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
you're not. The
I hate midweek. I hate the Champions League games, but I hate midweek games. They're a nightmare for business. You'll have the same problem, John. You're running around like an idiot all day to try and get to it.
Yep.
Riz, Riz,
Yeah.
you don't run around like a lunatic at work. Every time I come to your garage, mate, you sat there on Twitter while your apprentice is fixing all the cars, and then you send me round to the butty shop for your breakfast. So where's all this running around gone?
Listen, when you go to that butty shop, that's when the magic happens, my friend.
Oh, 5 minutes. 5 minutes of magic in a day. You keep telling yourself
you've
that.
been talking to the missus,
anyway,
haven't you?
no comment. Man City 3-1 Leipzig. You know, that's your opinion, mate. You know, if you think that, you know, I'm certainly not one to disagree with it. You know,
that's my opinion as well. That's where my money will be.
No, I think he's saying City will beat Leipzig 3-1.
All right.
I only know that, Andy, because that's my son.
Listen, I think there's only Andy. I think there's only Andy that read that 3-1 Leipzig. I read that as 3-1 for City. I think there's only Andy.
Since it's a home game and the 3 came first, that's what usually happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I was more laughing at the spelling. I mean, no, that makes me.
I wouldn't say
like,
nothing like that.
Like father, like son, is it, Martin?
Oh, there's a man who's got no room to talk about spelling.
Who?
You.
Why?
Well, let's just recap on yesterday. Who was going to... Let me just see. What was it?
I was drunk, for God's sake.
That's your excuse all the time.
No, Martin, when I was commenting on your show last night, isn't it a good job that spell correct was helping me?
Do you know what? I didn't realise you were drunk. When I got the message at 2 a.m. in the morning, then I realised you were drunk.
Oh, yeah. Who's Plateau G?
Plateau G.
Oh, that was him, yeah.
He's a DJ.
He's a DJ in Ibiza. Dario's brother.
Dario G.
What, Luigi? Hey. Oh, no, that's Mario. Carry on.
Yeah, so I just think the next 2 matches could define our season, really, couldn't they?
Quite possible.
If we lose them, yeah. I think if we win them, then still it's crack on. But if we lose them, it's yeah.
If we lose them, we didn't want to win it anyway.
Yeah, it's the rubbish cup. Yeah.
Yeah, but them 2 games you say define our season, they could actually help us in the league if we did lose them.
What we on now is it 8 matches unbeaten in the league,
8 matches,
it?
3 clean sheets on the bounce, 101 clean sheets for Edison.
Mm-hmm.
Look at stats over there.
Since Diaz has come back in it.
No, you can't just put it down to one player, can you?
I think he's made a massive difference to our defence.
Yeah, I do, we know.
So
why much more organised?
Last season, I think we will all agree that Diaz and Stones are our best centre-back partnership.
Yep.
So we've not seen that this season, have we? For one reason or another.
A couple of games, but not consistently. No, but Diaz was out of favour, weren't he? We all know why that was.
Why is that, John?
Because he got injured. He played in the World Cup injured, and he's shunted on. So Pep had words. Simple as.
There you go. You see, bit of insight there.
But is that Diaz's fault or the national team manager's fault?
No, it's Diaz's fault because Diaz should have said, "No, I'm injured."
I think that works out with Calvin as well. Calvin shouldn't have gone to the World Cup. He should have stayed at City and knuckled down.
Yeah.
Because he was never going to play in the World Cup. So if I was Calvin and I'd gone, sack that, I'm going to stay at City and get myself fit.
He wants the holiday, though, isn't he?
So, you know something? Charlie's got a good point there. Mahrez was our best right winger, and he was Anne-Marie's. You don't take that stupid look off your face. He was.
No, that's normal. That's normal.
He was for some time, and then dropped for Foden. Now Foden has made his way into the team. And that swings me back to what Martin was saying about, you know, the worst time for Foden, you know, mentally and stuff like that. So with KDB being out of form a little bit, would you not consider putting Foden centre and bringing Mahrez in on the right?
There's only one guy I'd drop. The only one person I want to see in KDB's position other than KDB right now, and that's Alvarez.
I thought he was going to say me then, mate.
No, definitely not.
I've heard you got 2 left feet.
No, 2 right feet, mate. You heard wrong.
That's only when he's drunk.
That's because I was listening at my 2 right ears.
The only thing that worries me with Mahrez playing is if we get a penalty, because Mahrez is the actual penalty taker, isn't he?
He's not. That's a myth.
He's not, you know. Didn't Pep say that Haaland's the penalty
said that. But the reason why Haaland didn't set the last penalty when Mahrez was on the pitch, Haaland was injured, if you remember. That's the only reason why.
Okay.
So you get back on the big screen celebrity job.
Say again.
So didn't say anything, mate.
No, was it his ankle or his knee or something? He pulled or something, and he took him.
I think it was a thigh strain.
Yeah, I knew he'd done something.
Yeah, which I think that's a great thing for him to do, because if he'd took it and missed, and then it's because I was injured, it wouldn't have reflected well on him. I think it was professional what he did. And let's not forget, Mahrez put it away, didn't he, Anne-Marie?
Yeah, he did.
I mean, we're saying all this, and we all kick Bernardo out the team.
See, I don't think you can kick Bernardo out the team.
Who would you play then?
That's what I mean. 'Cause if you're going to bring Mahrez and KDB back, 2 have to go out.
Yep.
But why
I
can't
like
we
Bernardo. Bernardo makes it all. Bernardo speeds it all up. If we need to get something different, you know, if you need to bring somebody on.
That's
Off the bench performs, it's him for me.
That's the best thing you've ever said all night when you froze, Enriz.
Is it?
But Bernardo been playing more of a sweeper over the past few every time he's come on. So
I've never said he broke.
It's what?
He was right wing. Yes. Well, no, he wasn't. He was. I never tell with Bernardo because I thought him and Foden was.
Bernardo's all over the place. Mm-hmm. Bernardo plays where he wants.
Yeah, because I'm sat looking at it yesterday thinking, why is Bernardo in Foden's position?
Mm-hmm.
One stage he's on the right wing. I'm like, where are you going?
I think Bernardo covers for everybody that's out of position.
Yeah.
That's what Bernardo does. Because you see him in defence sometimes, don't you?
We'll miss that when he's gone.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't go.
But
unless you can drag the sunshine into Manchester, he's out.
Just get a sunbed for in his gaff. He'll be all right.
You think they would, wouldn't you? Get a nice solarium or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them sad lamps or whatever they're called.
I agree with Stu there. Mahrez would start, I'm assuming he's saying about Tuesday, even if Foden had played well. He does. He seems like a man for the Champions League, doesn't he? And that's where Pep meddles a little bit, if that's the right word.
Would anyone bring Laporte back?
No.
We're going to need him at some stage.
Why? John, why we're going to need him? Why?
Because if we stay in every competition going, there's going to be a lot of games.
No, I get there's going to be a lot of games, but so would you rest him ahead of Ake at the moment?
Would you rest who?
Laporte.
He's having a rest.
He's having a rest, yeah.
Rest.
No, I mean, would you
rest 7 games this year?
No. I mean, would you rest Ake and bring Laporte in? I wouldn't.
No, but I'd rest Akanji and bring Laporte in.
Yeah, right.
That's exactly right.
He's a centre back. He's not a left back.
No. I'd rest Akanji and bring Stones in, because then you got Stones, Diaz, and Ake which is without shadow of a doubt the best three at the back for us.
So you're bringing in Rico or Kyle?
Well, Rico or Kyle's not exactly been playing right back. Neither has Aki, really, has he?
We go inverted, don't they?
Left back.
Yeah. So I would not bring Laporte in just for old time's sake, just to bring him in. Listen, and I've said this a few times, if he's not got the heart and he wants to leave now, he's not got the heart because he can't get in ahead of Aki. Aki's done all the hard work where he's had to sit on the bench, he's fought his way, been professional, and he's got in the team now only for somebody who doesn't want that fight to be putting a head against him. It doesn't sit well with me, that.
And it's funny how a few seasons ago, Laporte was the go-to defender, wasn't he?
Yep.
Absolutely, mate.
Yeah, but
But you get what I'm saying with that? It's Aki thing.
You can't. Laporte can't do what Ake can do.
Absolutely.
No, I agree. I think it's like this. I think it's a weird thing. I never thought I would look at Laporte as a fifth
spare
choice
part. Yeah.
Exactly. I never thought I'd see this day. I look at Laporte and I'm still looking at a 60, 70, 80 million pound centre back.
Yeah.
That is literally just making his way out the football club.
Let me put another spin. Let me put another spin on Laporte. Then he's French. He didn't have the heart to get into the French side, so he took the easy option.
No.
Which one?
That's a bit racist, that, John. I mean,
John.
Yeah, John. That's so racist.
John.
I agree with
It's only John that says racist things. You see, that's
anyone watching with any French heritage.
But it's right though. He didn't have the fight to bide his time and get into the French national team, so he went to the Spanish one. So
Look,
you're right, 100%.
And
everyone seems to think
how long was he trying to get in the French side?
It doesn't matter, mate. It's the same principle.
If he gave up after 3 years of trying.
John, you give up now because you're wrong.
Really?
Not on that fact, he isn't.
No, I'm not.
Go on then.
What?
Go
I
on,
just
then.
told you. He gave up after 3 years of trying.
No, what about Anne-Marie?
Yeah, I just said John was right on that point.
See, she agreed with me this time, mate.
I thought Peggy would be agreeing with the Mitchell brothers at the bottom, not Celebrity John.
Andy's getting picked on tonight, are you, mate?
Whose lights gone out? What's going on here? The Celebrity Square went out.
No, my battery's going again.
You just went completely dark.
I tell you what, Riz, I feel sorry for your missus the way your battery keeps not lasting very long.
No, are they? I'm going to buy a new computer.
So come on, who would rest Aki to bring Laporte in at the moment?
No, it wasn't Aki. I was talking about it was more Akanji.
No, it's Akanji.
Yeah.
Akanji.
Exactly.
Okay, then Akanji's been playing on the right side of the defence.
Mm-hmm.
Laporte doesn't.
I think it depends what you need.
Oh, Andy, you just.
Yeah, he's just picking now, isn't he?
You're just nitpicking.
No, listen, Andy, I totally get Laporte's going to be
out.
I know that.
Right, just hear me out, right? And it's a valid point, I think.
Go on then.
Diaz can't play on the right side of the central defence. Aki can't, Laporte can't, Stones can. So you put Stones as a replacement for Akanji because that Stones is more comfortable there. And then that leaves 3 left-sided centre-backs, doesn't it? In Laporte, Aki and Diaz. So why not?
Diaz isn't left-footed.
Diaz plays on the left side of the centre back.
He can play on both.
He can play on both.
It's evident he can't play on both because when
What
Stones
do
is
you
not
do
there,
with injuries, Andy? What do you do if we end up like last season and all our defenders suddenly all drop?
play Edison.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm with you. I'm just saying, I don't. At some point, we have to keep Laporte a little bit sweet because
We're going to need him at some point.
What we can't say to imagine we ignored him now completely, like we have been doing, because he's not even getting 30 seconds on a football pitch at the minute. You come to the last 2 games of the season, you've no defenders. Come on, Laporte. Laporte isn't going to give a monkeys. He'll be like, forget this. You're not just calling me up for the last game when you've got no one else.
Listen.
Well said, Martin. Well said, Martin.
What I mean is you could give him 20 minutes in a game at least. Just completely ignore him at the minute, I think it's a bit
harsh.
There's clearly something gone on. There's clearly something really gone on between the two of them.
I think there's a lot gone on between a few of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Can't be as bad as Cancelo. He's gone.
Well, you wonder, don't you, whether it's all related to the same thing.
I agree with Super City there. Absolutely spot on. Laporte is a great player. And by the way, I'm not saying Laporte's not a good player. I just think attitude and form is Aki. It's every day of the week. Laporte, great player, but struggles against pace. For me, cost us a few Champions League exits. Leon for one. Aki doesn't struggle with pace. His positioning is better.
Oh, yeah. Aki's been player of the season for me.
Mm-hmm. And for me. Mm-hmm.
He very rarely get beaten.
Yeah, player of the season for all use, but you want to drop him for Laporte?
I never said drop him.
We never said that.
Nobody said that.
Well, somebody mute that
with the dartboard with Laporte's face on there.
What?
Can we mute Andy?
Oh, it's like hearing my mum swear that.
Charlie, Akanji has been so underrated this season. Pep trusts him so much, he'll play. My spin on Akanji is first half of the season, absolutely brilliant. I think it's the Premier League has caught up with him a little bit now, and understandably, I think dip him in, dip him out at the moment. Next season, he'll fly. I think Akanji is a potential Rolls Royce.
He was 15 million for a reason. Don't mean that in the most disrespectful way, but
he wasn't a regular at Dortmund, by the way.
He's not the finished product, is he? He will be when he next season or the season after, he'll be like you say. But that's why we paid that for him, because he's not the finished article, but he will be.
Did he come from Dortmund?
They brought him in to do the club box.
Did he come from Dortmund?
Of course, he come from Dortmund. You're just struggling because you've only you're struggling because you've only supported City since 2008, haven't you?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going then. See ya. I've only been here since 2010. I was at Chelsea first.
Yeah, so I just think it's a perfect opportunity to reunite Diaz with Stones in the correct positions and have Ake solid on the left.
Yeah.
You know?
I do. You do.
Reach your froze again.
You got to rotate pairs. Oh, I'm going. Battery's on its way again.
Let it go. Let it go.
You've turned the lights out and everything, mate. Is that trying to take power?
No, I'm just trying to make it a little bit sexy, like I'm in a like a blue cave.
For everybody who's
running away from the neighbour's house. That what it is.
Right. I'll tell you the real reason why Riz is going now, because I've put that ticker on the bottom about City women win yet again, and he's not a fan of City women, so no wonder.
Oh, you see, he's there again, isn't he? He's there again. Listen, Bunny Shaw.
See, exactly. Let it go. Let it go.
Frozen. Watch.
Let it go. Let it go.
Bunny Shaw, last minute winner. I watched the game. She's a Rolls Royce beast of a striker, or a beastess, whatever you can call them these days.
So go on, Anne-Marie.
Yep.
Today,
United. Hang on. United got beat by Chelsea yesterday to go top. Yep. Last great goal. So listen, don't talk to me that I don't follow women's football, because I do. So there.
Now,
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Now, have you been researching all week because we had a go at you last week over it? So you thought,
no, I always watch the women's football. I have many female football players coming into my garage. Obviously, I can't name them due to contractual reasons. But
so why say their places in the kitchen normally when we're off air?
No, that's not what you heard.
So, Anne-Marie, go on.
I can see a libel case happening here.
So, yeah,
I'm going to sue him.
Another great win today. Are you believing
13 games unbeaten.
Are you believing we can possibly win the league?
Oh, it's tricky. I mean, we're 3 points behind Chelsea and we've got the same games played as Chelsea. So it's a tricky one. I'm just looking to see how Arsenal are getting on because they were playing tonight. Oh, Arsenal beat Reading 4-0. So Arsenal are going to be, I think, just double check.
God, you should prep for the show, love.
This is like one of them moments in,
So Arsenal are 3 points behind
doing the women's football
with the game in hand.
You didn't tell me to research women.
Because you're knowledgeable, mate.
No. Hang on, that's going to be so wrong. You didn't tell me to research Gareth Bale's team.
Because I was confident one of the Mitchell brothers would be.
So it's getting.
He's gone off.
I'm not sure.
I researched them, but they were all.
Hey!
He's gone.
See, we're talking about women's football and he's gone. That just proves my point, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't it?
And on that note.
So, anything else from anyone before we wrap up? Because I know Martin's. If anybody wants to, don't forget to go over to the Mancunian Way as well. But Martin's showing a bit. You know, that'll be another great show as it always is. Anything else?
Everyone welcome. If you want to come? Sorry, it is 10:15. I know, late. School night.
School night.
Yeah, those two dipsticks need the beauty sleep, Martin.
Who? Listen to Angelina Jolie there.
Thank you very much.
I'm keeping at this one.
No, as always, guys. Thanks for joining us, and we'll do it. We possibly will do one, and in the week, I'd say after Tuesday, Wednesday after the Leipzig game, because we'll obviously know whether we're through or not. Then, which I'm pretty sure we will be.
Champions League roundup.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it Tuesday night about midnight.
Yeah, and once again, thanks for everybody who's joined us as well and contribute, because it's just. Oh, hang on, before we go.
Is he back?
I'm back.
Nope.
Oh, he's gone even darker now.
You're not afford electric.
It's turned into a Smurf.
I'm on my phone now.
He's in the garden now.
Have you changed the bulb?
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Alexa, back bedroom lamp white.
Yay!
Why didn't you do that an hour ago?
I was trying to make it look a bit like atmospheric.
He's been
Yeah,
researching
now,
how to use Alexa.
Yeah.
You're on your phone now, aren't you? Yeah, I can tell the camera's much better.
Riz,
listen to you.
Riz, for over an
Because
hour.
you sold it to me last week.
You've looked like a Smurf for over an hour.
Oh, we'll do it again then if you want.
Yeah, right. We're just saying thank you to everyone who was wrapping it up.
All right. So we're not going to talk about Gary Lineker.
You can do if you want.
Can we not talk about how good match of the day was without the commentary?
I'll let you four do that. I have to go. I've got.
I've got to go now.
No.
I've got my own streaming hour.
We'll talk about that on Wednesday night.
Don't be nicking any of the stuff.
Hang on a minute. Andy owes me a fortune. Nicked all my ideas.
Riz, the camera's at the other end of the phone.
The what?
The camera's at the other end of the phone. That's the one. Look, no. You're looking. Look to the other end.
No, I'm just looking at the screen. I haven't got my glasses on. It's a lot smaller. I can't.
You're looking at you. Hang on, you've not got your glasses on. It's looking very small. I think we better wrap it up there, haven't we?
Right.
God.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, it's there.
That's it. Yay. Good lad.
Oh my God! Listen,
Yeah.
thanks everyone who's contributed tonight as well. You know, in the comments and stuff like that. It's been as always a good laugh.
It's been brilliant tonight. Enjoyed it.
You know, especially with Frozen there. Let it go.
Emotional.
Let it go. Let it go. All right, guys. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll do it again very, very soon.
Thanks,
Great.
everyone.
Nice to see you
You know.
again, Martin. Take care, buddy.
Bye bye.
Thank you all.